Hi, my name is Bob and I'm renovating this 1973 Egg Harbor Sportfish boat. Well, hello everyone, welcome to Renovation Sportfish. In this episode we're going to wrap up 2016 projects. Pretty psyched about that. Projects we're going to go through are installing some more trim on the exterior of the boat, varnishing all that trim on the exterior, varnishing all the trim that was installed inside the boat. That'll take care of the varnishing part. Then we get into painting. We're going to cover all the painting of the cabin sides, the windshield, the bulkhead back here, and even the deck on the flybridge. And then once we get through that, then we've got the non-skid on the flybridge, so we'll talk about what I used for that and how I did that. And then we'll wrap it up with the installation, which was the final installation of all the guardrails that I fabricated up on the top. And I actually have a little video that I took in 2016. It's the only video I probably have. I had some videos I did before that with my phone, but can't find any of them. So, this one I did with my phone too. And it was just for myself to see how the boat looked. I had it on shrink wrapped a little bit and just walked around it. So it's a little bit shaky or whatnot, but gives you an idea what the boat looked like anyways. And it's actually from 2016. So let's get into the first project. Okay, the first project we're going to look at is the exterior trim. I added some trim above the side window. The factory had a piece there. I changed it up a little bit. They also had a piece above the windshield, which I didn't put in. I really didn't need to put either piece of trim in. The only reason why they used it was to cover up where the fiberglass came over the flybridge deck and ended. So they put a piece of trim there to cover the transition. But I like the pieces on the side, so I put those on. And then I varnished all this exterior trim. Now I used all wood, same as I did for the dashboard and everything up on the flybridge. So if you watch that episode, you'll hear the scoop on that. And then I'll show some pictures of the interior. I varnished all the wood that I had put in there, the windshield, the side trim, all that stuff. And for that I used just a very basic Minwax Helmsman, which is, you can get that at any hardware store anywhere around here. And it's very common. It's UV protection and it's made for outdoors, but you know, it's just average stuff. You know, it's not anything made for boats, but it's inside. It's readily available, like I said, so if something happens and I need some, I can just go anywhere and get it. I don't have to run to a special store or order it online or anything like that. And has a nice satin finish to it, the kind I like, so it's easy to put on, and so that's what I used. Didn't stain any wood. I don't stain any of the wood on this boat. So yeah, it's just straight varnish. So. Painting was a huge project. It took me months and months to do the painting. I started off by just priming all of it, all the cabin sides, plus the bulkhead here, plus the flybridge deck. I got 3-4 coats of primer on everything. I just went to town on that, just prime, 4 days in a row, whatever it was, just to get a lot on there. And then when it came to the actual painting, I took it in chunks. I just did like the flybridge deck, or the bulkheads, or the sides, or I broke it up like that. So that's how you're gonna see kind of how things went. It was too much to try to paint this whole thing at once by myself. But you'll see, I'm gonna shoot a little video of me on the side deck over here just to show you the painting conditions, and you'll see why it was a pain in the neck. But anyways, came out good. The results are good. So let's check out the painting. Well, hello everyone. No, I am not painting. I am just kind of hanging out here on the side deck on the port side. Just trying to give you an idea of how it was to actually paint the sides of this cabin. Now, I'm wearing all this garb here. This is what I kind of wore. It's very tight. I had my paint tray, my roller, and my tipping brush. And basically, I was just rolling along, rolling up here, and then doing my tipping to the inside of the window as well. 3 to 4 coats of primer, sanding, and a couple coats of paint, sand it, another coat of paint, sand it, and another coat of paint. So, and all the way around this whole cabin. It gets a little tighter as I get back. Now, I'm not very big. I'm about 5'7", probably 175. And it's tight. I gotta have my one leg forward from the other. And like I said, it gets tighter as I go back. It's probably, the camera's probably about 3 feet from the end, so you have that space there. So it goes a lot further that way. And so, you know, by the time this was done, I really hated painting. But, you know, the results are what counts. And I think it came out pretty good. I mean, there's some drips and things here and there, little ones. Not too many. Looks good from 10 feet away. I guess that's the key. So yeah, I thought this would just give you a little appreciation for how the work was in this area, and in total shrink wrap here, and tight space, and yeah, so now you can check out the pictures and see the results. So now I'll show the pictures of when I did the non-skid up here on the flybridge deck. Now I used Interdeck. It was an Interlux product. It's already got the sand or grit mixed in with it. And I used like I don't know what the color is. I think it was a sand color. I did 2 coats. I had to sand everything first. Well, first I taped everything. Then I sanded within the tape boundaries. And then I put on the 2 coats of paint. Now for taping it in the corners, you could use any kind of round object to cut a nice circle in the corners. I used a quarter for mine. I think I used a washer in some areas where I wanted a bigger radius, but for the most part I used a quarter. And just traced around with an X-Acto blade once I taped it, peeled the tape up and sanded in those little corners and painted away. Product worked great, went on nice, covered really nice, and really happy with it. Really haven't given it any kind of a test yet. You know, it cleans up from scuffing on it just walking on it here, but you know, you really gotta have it on there and be outside and you know, really use it to see how good it really lasts. But yeah, I was happy with at least applying the product, and it looks good. So. Okay, with the painting done, now it's time to install the guardrails for the final time. Okay, now you're going to see a clip I shot in 2016 walking around the boat. Now I did this with my iPhone, so it's not the greatest quality, it's a little shaky, but it's probably the first video that still exists, so I got to show it. Then you're going to see a whole bunch of photographs of I took walking around the boat after I installed everything, the guardrails, the handrail on the side, the navigation lights on the side of the flybridge walls, the emblem for the name of the boat, all that kind of stuff. So it takes a little while. I'm going to put it to some music, and then when that's all over with, we'll wrap things up here. Well, the sun's setting here at the marina, and the sun's setting on this episode, as well as the year 2016. Finally got through it. So anyways, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share it with somebody you think might like this kind of thing, and give me a thumbs up or like if you actually liked it. So until next time, have a good one, and we'll see you soon right here on Renovation Sportfish.